Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skye and today we're doing a really exciting video. I say that every time, I need to stop. But today we're going to be testing out, swatching, demoing some shadows from Chaos Dirt. Now, let me give you some information about Chaos Dirt in case you haven't heard of them before. Chaos Dirt are a UK-based indie brand and they are owned by my good friend Panning at the Disco, Georgie. Now, gonna be honest, Georgie is my friend, so naturally I'm gonna be a bit biased towards her brand. She very recently opened up her own brand, Chaos Dirt, and they make sparkly single shadows, and I'm just so proud of Georgie. Like, I am so happy that she's made such a cool brand, and the whole experience is great. So, you may be thinking, Skye, aren't you on a no-buy? Sure, you're not meant to be buying any more eyeshadows? Well, I placed an order at Chaos Dirt for my friend Katie for some birthday presents for her, and Georgie saw the order, recognized my name, and she offered to send me some shadows because she said, I know you're having a hard time right now and I want to give you something that'll make you smile, and honestly, the fucking sweetest human being ever. Like, I cried when I opened the package. But yeah, these were a gift, but I have no obligation to make this video. They're not paying me to make this video. I just want to make this on my own accord because I love Georgie and I love her brand. Now, usually this video format, I like to give you swatches and a first impressions look. However, this is not going to be a first impressions because I couldn't help myself when I got these, so I have swatched all of them. I have used most of them, so I'm very sorry about that. But in this video, I will be giving you my swatches, a review, and a look as well because I have used these shadows quite a few times, so I have a good feeling about them. We're going to be swatching these on my arm right here. My arm is not primed, there's no glitter primer, it's just going to be finger swatches on bare skin. The first shade we have is the shade Crab House, and this is a turquoise gold metallic. And these shadows, when you swatch them, they are pretty soft. Not super squidgy, like they'll fall apart, like they're very like stable. They have like a slippiness to them, but they're not like wet. You know what I mean? They're very structurally sound, if that makes any sense. But that is Crab House on my finger right there. It's a lovely turquoise shade. And here is a little swatch of Crab House. I did have a lot on my finger. It's got a beautiful like turquoise gold shimmer in it, and I mean, y'all know how I feel about gold sheens. I'm a big fan of them. In case you're new here, I'm just gonna build up that swatch a bit so you can see the color a bit more, but this has a very strong base color to it. Moving on to the next one, and I think this is my favorite of the lot of them. This is Imagine, and this is a beautiful, sparkly, like blue to purple duochrome, but it's quite, the base color isn't super sheer, but it's not super pigmented either, so you can use this on your inner corners and everything. And Imagine feels a bit more like, in the pan, how would I describe that? A little bit more flaky, like very slightly flaky, not like the Shine by SD Reserve shadows, those are like mega flaky, but this one feels a bit more textured than Crab House. And that's what Imagine looks like on the finger. This is my most used one. It is just so gorgeous. And that's Imagine right there. You can just see like the slightly sheer base, but super sparkly. My camera's having a hard time focusing, I do apologize. I'm gonna build up that swatch on this portion right here. But it is so duochromy and sparkly. I think you can see it a bit better there. It's just slightly more textured and duochromy. I absolutely love it. This next shade, which is called Random Specks, and this is, my god, how do I describe it? It's like a indigo purpley base with a fuck ton of sparkle, and it's kind of like that like grayish purple blue. Really cool. I don't think I have any shadows like this. Chaos Dirt do have a shadows called Blank Specks. Like, I think they have one called Scheduled Specks as well, and those ones are like their shadows with the most amount of shimmer in them and the most amount of like different shimmers, I think I remember them saying. And this shadow feels just like Imagine, like it's slightly more textured. And that is Random Specks on the finger. It's really, really cool. I haven't used this on my eyes yet, so I think I'm going to be using this today, and I've got a pretty cool look planned for these. And that right there is Random Specks. It's got a really cool like dark base color to it, like a gray base. This is like smoky and cool. You can see that it has the blue and purple shimmer in there, but it's also got like pink, gold. It's got a lot of, it's very hard to show on camera. It is very sparkly. You've got another shade with the name Specks in it, and this is from their Halloween collection, and this is Spooky Specks. This is a olive base with a bunch of gold and pink shimmers in them, and I think a bit of blue in there as well. You can see the olive base there. Jesus, nearly dropped it. Calm down, Skye. This reminds me a lot of Glam Shop's Abracadabra, I believe, except that one has more of a base color and slightly grungier. And this is kind of like the sparklier sister. Now that I have like 2 out of the 3 like Specks shades, I really want to get the shade Scheduled Specks when I place an order next, because that shade looks stunning. It's like an iridescent, and we know how I feel about iridescence. That is Spooky Specks on the finger. This is again a really unique shade to me. And here is Spooky Specks. It's got a bit of silver in there as well. Like silver, gold, pink. I will get a flashlight so you can see more of the sparkle, because I feel like it's very hard to show the sparkle on camera. This one also is probably one of my favorites from them, and this is Blatant, and this is like a pale yellow gold with a bunch of like blue and gold and a bit of pink in there. It reminds me a lot of, what's that shade from Sashimi City? Penthouse. From the Kaleidos Sashimi City palette. It reminds me a lot of that, and I absolutely adore that shade. Like, it's so pretty, and I'm happy that I have it in a single form as well. And that is Blatant on the finger, and this is Blatant swatched out. It's one of the prettiest like pale yellow shimmers. Really love it. And it's got a bit of green in there as well. So nice. I remember I wore this to work with like just a matte yellow in the crease and then this on the lid, and I had so many people going, oh my god, I love your makeup. And the final shade in this lineup, this is a shade that you can't buy yet. Georgie said that she sent me this one because this is a shade that they're working on and it's gonna be released eventually, but she wanted me to have a tester. So I don't have a shade name for you just yet, but this is a really pretty like baby pink with like blue, and what else is in there? There's a bit of blue, bit of like a darker pink fuchsia sheen. And I mean, I love pink. I'm a big fan of pink eyeshadow. So that is the mystery shade on the finger right there. And that is the pink shade. I absolutely adore this one. Like, oh my gosh, I love the shimmers in it. I love that the base color is really strong on this one. If I can show you the sparkles a bit better. I'm trying to pull out my inner Marta from Marta's makeup. Can't pronounce her name, I'm very sorry. You can kind of see the shimmers there, like when it goes out of focus. Was that useful to you? I don't actually know. But yes, now that you've seen the swatches, let's do a cheeky little look. Now, I'm gonna use the shades that I haven't used yet, plus Imagine, because I mean, I love Imagine. You need to see how pretty it is. And I was thinking about doing like a sparkly graphic liner today. That's kind of what I'm feeling. And so that's what we're gonna do. So let me zoom you in a little bit closer and let's get into the look. Okay, I apologize that my lips are a little bit crusty, but I've done my base makeup already and I have primed and set my eyeshadow because when I do graphic wings, I like to set my eyeshadow primer. Now I am planning on doing an in-depth part 2 to my How to Master Graphic Liner series, but you're gonna see a bit of a sneak peek of a tip that I do all the time. So for this kind of thing, all you need is a really teeny tiny angled brush. Mine is from Nabla. This came in one of their eye brush sets. I really love this one. It's so skinny and great. A glitter glue or Fenty Pixie Epoxy, which is what I'm using, and your sparkly shadows of choice. So first things first, I'm gonna take a bit of my Fenty Pixie Epoxy and I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand Don't put it directly on your brush. I mean, you can, but I have more control with the back of my hand. So we've got it right there. And this is gonna be a bit difficult to see because it's clear. So yeah, I think you'll get what I mean. So we're gonna take a little bit on this angled brush. Not too much, but a good amount. I like to start from the outer edge and create that line first, so. Again, you're gonna see absolutely nothing, but it is there. And then I'm gonna connect it with the outer portion of my eye. And make sure you don't add too much glitter primer, because otherwise it'll get a bit thick. And then we're gonna do the inner portion. And I follow the natural shape of my eye. Okay, now that that's done, I'm gonna wipe off the excess from my brush, and then I'm gonna dip into random specks right here in that same brush. I haven't used this shade, so I'm very excited. And then I'm gonna stamp this on. Like stamp and swipe. This is easier to do once you let the glue dry slightly, but I am impatient, so I'm just gonna live with it. And you want to work in sections. And you might get fallout on your face, but I just accept it. It's easier to do this when you don't have your base on, but I wanted to have a base on for this video. Okay, pretty. And then there you go, you have a graphic shape. Now for the inner portion of my eye, I was thinking about using the mystery pink shade because I think the combination of those two would be really pretty, so I'm gonna use that shade. I know Chaos Dirt do have another pink shade called Baby, and I really want that shade. But we're gonna use this one. I was thinking about maybe using Crab House, but I kind of wanted to stick to more pinky tones today. And this technique is usually easier to do with like less flaky shadows. But as you could see with the random specks shade, you can make it work with slightly flakier shades. But you see with the mystery shade, because it's not as flaky, it applies a bit easier. You don't need as many layers, and because this has more of a base color, it's easier. Okay, and there we go. Now all I'm gonna do is take a little bit more of random specks on my brush and just smooth it out a bit, just to make sure we have full coverage of that wing. Now I was thinking of maybe doing like a butterfly shape like down here and adding more shades, and I might do that actually, to be honest. I want to have more shades. And the good thing is with this technique, you can really, hopefully you can see the shift as you move your head. It's very eye-catching and simple. I really do enjoy it. Now the wing shape is a little bit harder to do because you have to do more curved lines. So yeah, not gonna talk much as I do this. Okay, and now in order to do the wing shape, I'm gonna take random specks again, just so it matches the outer portion, and do the same thing, just stamp it on. And now I'm going to be taking Crab House, because I want to add that turquoise. We're going to put that on the tips of the butterfly wings. I haven't used Crab House yet. Okay, I'm a really big fan of how that came out. I think it's so pretty. I love the way that it ombres into the other colors. I think I made this wing a little bit too long, but like, I don't really care. I just love it. And then for my inner corners, I'm gonna be taking the shade Imagine. Love this shade so much. I think this is genuinely, I think Imagine is probably in my like top 20 single shadows. I say 20, I need to do another like top favorite single shadows in my collection video. I really do, because Imagine is definitely in there. I'm gonna plop her on the inner corner. Like, look at that. Look at that. It's so pretty and it's stunning as a lid shade. You can see the duochrome in it. Okay, so really quick, I'm gonna go off camera, do the other eye, do some mascara, waterline, eyeliner, and my lips, and we're gonna speed our way into the review section and talking about prices, shipping, and all of that good stuff. So I will see you in a moment. Okay, so I am back. The look is completed. If you're curious about the other details, I used the NYX Worth the Hype mascara. For my waterline, I use the LA Girl Pastel Dreams eyeliner in Marshmallow. This is the best white eyeliner ever, just so you know. And for my lips, I use the Kaleidos lip clay in the shade Cactus Flower, and I just kind of did like a diffused blotted sort of lip because I feel like it kind of worked with this eye look. So I'm in love with the eye look. Oh yeah, and I popped my septum ring in. This is fake, it's not real, but I feel cute in it. I freaking love this look. I'm such a big fan of it. I feel like a little fairy. I feel cute. I'm a big fan. I'm a very big fan. So let's zoom out and talk about the shadows. Actually, before I zoom out, let's do a super extreme close-up on the shiftiness. You're probably not gonna see all of the shimmers, but they're just like Crab House. Okay, this is my first time using Crab House. That is so shiny over top of a glitter glue. Like, dang, that is super shiny. I love it. I love it. Okay, glasses back on so we can get on to the review of these shadows. So first things first, Chaos Dirt are a UK indie brand. I don't know if they ship internationally. I will add a note here if they do or not. I like to think that they do. I think that they do actually. I think they do ship internationally. Now I live in the UK, so shipping was super fast. Like it only took like a few days to get to me from ordering. And these shadows retail between £4.50 and £5, and I'll put the price in USD right here and in euros as well, because I know that a lot of you are from the US and also varying parts of Europe, so I'll put the price conversion here. And honestly, £4.50 for single shadows, that is a fucking amazing price. And £5, like that is, I think they go between £4.50 and £5.50 or £5, one of the two. I'm not great with numbers, I'm gonna be quite honest. Now they're not multi-chromes by any means, but just because something isn't a multi-chrome doesn't mean it's not stunning. And I love the shades that Georgie picked out for me. Like this shade, Random Specks, is so unique to my collection. I have literally nothing like it. Same with Spooky Specks, nothing like them. Now I did use 4 shades. I haven't used these 2 in this video, but Blatant is such a stunning yellow shimmer and so dimensional and sparkly, and yeah, it does remind me of that super beautiful single in the Kaleidos Sashimi City palette, Penthouse. It's basically a dupe. The price is right, the shipping is great. Now let's talk about wear time with these. Now for me, I personally always use a glitter primer with shimmers. Like no matter what I do, I always use the Farinay Pixie Epoxy. That's just how to make shadows more intense for me and last better on my oily eyelids. And for my normal eye primer, I do use the Milani eyeshadow primer as well. Now these on top of a glitter glue, as you can see, stunning, beautiful. They don't get chunky, they don't get creasy, they don't crease on me. at all, and I've worn these for like a full 12 hours, no creasing on me. I have worn these without a glitter glue, and they are pretty, but I do find that they work better with a glitter glue. Like, you don't need a glitter glue to make them work, but it's just personal preference. I think everything looks better with a glitter glue. They don't fade on me, they don't irritate my eyes. If I use setting spray with them, they work really well with setting spray. Same with a brush, they apply really well with a brush. Fingers as well, they apply great with all different applications, to be honest. But like I mentioned, my preferred method is glitter glue and a brush, or glitter glue and a finger. So overall, do I recommend Chaos Dirt? Abso-fucking-lutely. I think they're a fantastic indie brand. They're literally brand new. I think they opened like mid-2021, like pretty recently. And I do highly recommend trying Chaos Dirt. I'm a big fan. I know that once my no buy is over, I will be buying more shadows from Chaos Dirt, just you wait. I have my eye on the shade Dragonfly, like that shade is so gorgeous, and a bunch of others. I know they're about to release their Christmas collection too. So yes, I am slightly biased, like I mentioned, because Georgie is my friend, but these shadows are really, really good. I'm a big fan of them. They're super pretty. I just love them. So I would highly recommend you trying Chaos Dirt if there are any shadows in their lineup that catch your eye. I think they're fantastic. Their shipping is also very reasonable, but also I'm in the UK as well, so I don't know how international shipping is. Look at me doing a little review video on eyeshadow where I actually live in the same country as the brand. That never happens. But anyways, with all of that said and done, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do let me know. Oh god, I got glitter glue on my hand. Oh fuck, I forgot I had that. Nasty. Do let me know if you've tried Chaos Dirt. What are your thoughts on it? Are there any shades on your wish list? Any thoughts like that? I would love to know. If you'd like to see more makeup content from me, you can follow me on my Instagram. It's beautyybyskye right here. I post all my looks there and I'm active on there every single day. If you'd like to support me further, I do have my own business, Rain Cloud Candles Co. We are a small queer-owned business based in the UK, and we make handmade candles, and we are about to release our winter/Christmas collection. So yeah, the link to shop will be down below, along with all of our social media. We are on TikTok now as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. And as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.